In our final installment of Volunteer Spirit, we introduce you to a Knoxville native who people says has his hands in everything. If you're a pet lover, you likely know his name, and even more likely you use some of his company's 4,000 pet products. But you might be surprised where else you'll find Randy Boyd's influence here in our community. A love of animals and a passion for youth education, both a driving force behind the president of Radio Systems Corporation, a global company with headquarters right here in West Knoxville.
By 1983, I was on my third company. I started a company called Seiko Distributing, which was a distributing company selling farm supplies. After about 7 years in that business, people started to ask me for the product Invisible Fence, and they wouldn't sell to me. So I figured out fairly quickly I could make one of my own.
Randy Boyd broke new ground, and even today, the Invisible Fence makes up nearly 20% of his product sales.
Did something that was somewhat innovative in that I created a product that could be sold at a retail store. So we created one in a box and put it at stores. All the other people in the industry had professional installers that would come to your house.
But as his company took off, now employing more than 580 people worldwide, so did Boyd's giving spirit.
I really don't want to be one of those guys that dies and grants this huge amount to some foundation who's sometime 20 years from now is going to have some bureaucrat making decisions about things that I may not necessarily care about. You know, there are so many needs that we have today. You know, why save it? You know, let's address it now.
And that is exactly what Boyd spends his days doing. In fact, some say he is so busy giving back, they don't know when he has time to run a company.
He's helped, I would say, the majority of the organizations in town, give it nonprofits or kids groups or whatever it might be. He's just involved in everything.
Jim Volna with the Knoxville Zoo knows this all too well. Boyd is not only on the board of directors there, the popular Red Panda Village also bears the Boyd name.
His involvement with the zoo is something that just makes it better and better and better.
Boyd and his company's impact is also evident at several PetSafe dog parks around our area, including this one in downtown Knoxville. It's just one of the ways Boyd says he is working to improve the pet friendliness of our city.
We started branding ourselves the most pet-friendly city. We created a team of people that were cared about animal welfare in our community to join us and help take some actions. The pet parks was one thing. We want to make an environment that's friendly for pets and that people would enjoy having a pet in. So we did that. We got some legislation done so that you could allow pets on the patios. We're sponsoring the Mardi Gras, which is the largest dog parade in our area, and doing a lot of things in that regard, but probably the most important thing was creating the new pet adoption center on Bearden Hill.
But not all of his efforts involve animals. In fact, he says his Boy Scout upbringing could be what stays with him most.
The code of the outdoors, which says, leave every place better than you found it.
Living by that mantra, a few years ago, Boyd tried to help one of the biggest environmental problems in East Tennessee, air pollution in the Smokies.
It always made me incredibly sad and frustrated to hear that our park was one of the most polluted parks in the country. One of the biggest issues is the congestion. One of the bigger issues is all the congestion in Cades Cove.
He, along with several others, spearheaded Cades Cove Heritage Tours. The buses run out of Townsend and are designed to decrease traffic. While Boyd says the program hasn't really caught on, he doesn't regret giving people a cleaner option.
We need to all step up and take action.
And that can-do attitude might be most apparent in Boyd's efforts to improve education. He's made high-tech donations to his alma mater, New Hopewell Elementary, and is involved in a mentoring program at Pond Gap. But one of his biggest undertakings is Knox Achieves.
Basically, anyone that graduates from a Knox County high school can go to community college. We'll pay 100% of their college tuition. We provide them with a mentor, which is critical because in most cases they don't have that positive role model in their life to help guide them through the process. In return, they have to give us back a day's worth of community service.
So far, more than 600 students have been helped in Knox County alone. Today, the program is being rebranded as TN Achieves and is spreading to surrounding counties. All of this is just the tip of the iceberg for Boyd, and while his day-to-day schedule might sound a little overwhelming to some, he sums up his attitude by quoting a scene from Batman.
He tells her, but really, you don't know who I am deep inside. And she says to him, it doesn't matter who you are inside, it's what you do that counts. So I kind of remind myself of that.
Now again, you just heard Boyd talk about Mardi Gras. It is in downtown Knoxville Saturday at 11 a.m. It begins at the dog park on Summit Hill, the one we showed you, and ends at Market Square. A festival will follow on Market Square from noon until 2. Now, by the way, take a look at this. We want to show you this video here. This dog is licking what looks like a roll-on deodorant. You're going to see it in a second. That is a new product called Lickety Stick. It's a mess-free, calorie-free treat for your pet. Boyd says it should be on the market by June. Meanwhile, you may